Right. That is insane.
Fucking wild.
Like,
Alrighty.
cause Eric, cause it's funny, bro. Because I
And
swear,
his boss is just sitting there.
I've literally seen those people who had those kind of mentalities. I remember my one of my in laws had tried to tell my cousin because my cousin Tank, he actually liked anime and whatnot. He was like 16, and he tried to tell him, "Oh, you need to, oh, you too old for that shit. Why the fuck you still playing?" And you wonder why you ain't got a girl. But then the nigga got kicked out of school for having sex in the storage closet. So I'm like, it don't matter.
What the fuck?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
About to look at him and be like, yo, you just missed out on your degree because you wanted to get your dick wet. How you feel?
Right? Like, it is funny because it's so Like, it's so hypocritical. That's why I just stick to my guns, even in terms of my channel. I remember when I first started my channel, bro. I remember I had did a group video and the audio. I had did like a panel with like five or six people, and I remember the audio was literally terrible. This person tried to tell me, "Oh, I don't care for the whole like five people being there and yada yada yada." As soon as I upgraded my equipment and whatnot, guess what they tried to say?
What?
They tried to say, "Oh, I think it would be better if you actually had more people to get more opinions."
Bro, what?
Yeah, bro, fickle as hell. That's
Like,
why I was. Okay,
we're cool with opinions and shit, but like, yo, why you have contradicting opinions? Bitch, you ain't
bro,
no
that's what I
juicy
was.
contradiction. You ain't a starburst.
Like, they don't come to see the rainbow around you. That's why I just say do whatever you want because people will love you one minute and they'll hate you the next. So my advice to anybody is stick to your guns.
By the way, I didn't like do the intro or anything, but I decided to go and went live a little early. I'm trying to find um the actual thing. Dude, why the fuck?
Oh, you say you're gonna go live a little early?
We're already live. I can't find the video for some reason.
Yeah, that's odd. I can't either. I don't. It don't even say we went live. But
I'm wondering if it's gonna wait until like 9 to actually do it, but
hold on, check it out real quick because I definitely want to be able to like share it to get a couple people.
yeah, no, that's why I got it up so early. As I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Oh, all right, but
I also just realized I gotta go fix and set up the visual part of it too. Where the fuck is Discord? There we go. Okay. Then I pop that out. Here, I think. Yeah.
man, they're trying to say high level. They said high level.
Bro, do you think they drop fucking epics?
Right.
This one? There we go. Cool. Got that. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, now I know we are live. Someone got to viewing the stream. I don't know who they are. But
Let me take a look. I can't. That's weird. Why can't I see it?
it's there. It's somewhere. I can't find it, but it's there.
Not see the fucking stream. What the hell is going on?
Let's see if I can use one of the stupid things they give me. Where did the stupid thing go? Okay, yeah. Live right here. Okay, there we go. There's that. Your boy figured it out.
Oh, what happened? What was it?
I'm fucking stupid, bro. We're on unlisted.
Oh,
This is why we trial and error, cause Good, there we go. There it is, dude. Without a hitch.
All right, bet. For sure, for sure. Hold on one second. Let me share the joint.
Yeah. Let's make sure we check the audio and everything too. Like I think I have it all figured out, but.
I'm actually listening to it right now.
I know you can hear me for sure. They can hear you though, right?
Well, let me check. Let me check one more. Let me check one more time. Let me check my. Let me go to Discord from my phone. Now.
I know you can hear me for sure. They can hear you though, right?
Well, let me check. Let me check one more. Let me check one more time.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I got you. We are.
Because then I'm gonna share it real quick. All right, yep, I can hear myself well. Let me screenshot that. Let me screenshot it. Yes, and post the link. Are we off unlisted?
Yes, yes, we are.
For sure, for sure. All right.
Alrighty. There's that. Let's share it to Snapchat and watch my Snapchat. Kill my phone because I'm at 15% even off the charger, which is fucking just lit, dude.
I feel that. I had to re-download Snap because I had just came back to I was off for like a week, and I literally been gone, and I literally had to just punch in a code every time, which is annoying. Like, just let me sign in for real. Right, carrying.
Bro, that's just fucking wild.
What happened?
I got Bumble just to fuck around, right? And this bitch liked me. And said she looked for something casual, which all good and all. This bitch out in St. Clair Shores. Bitch,
Yeah.
we ain't going 54 miles just to get our next one. It ain't happening. What?
Hell
No.
no.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah, that's a dead mission for sure, for sure. All right, I shared it to Snap.
I got distracted. I was supposed to put it on Snap.
It's all good. Myself and I didn't know out. And luckily, from the first time I learned from doing a live video, I can actually edit before we start. Before we start.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I can keep the views and whatnot too. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Dude, I actually, I was talking about it at, because I went up to my job today just to hang out. I was talking about it. I kind of want to do, like, my own version of, I don't know if you've seen how Mr. Beast had that, 5-year video that he had scheduled from, like, back in the day before he got popular and everything, and it, like, uploaded.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to do, like, my own little version of that. Make, like, my first ever video actually, like, a scheduled upload for, like, later down the line, you know?
That'll be cool as hell. Let me go to the Google Doc. Let me show you straight. All right. I'm actually ready. I'm actually good to go now. Whenever you're
Yeah, I'm just finishing up the ad on Snapchat. Bro, I wish I wasn't, like, so, like, needing to be proper about everything, because it's adding, like, so much time to me just writing these, as opposed to if I would just be like, yo, strum, and then put the link on there.
I swear. The more I've actually got used to this, the quicker I've actually gotten. It's like I just said live now with my boy, links in my bio. Like, I'm just so
Okay, there's that. Is this one? Oh, that's cool.
crazy. How you feeling about the topic though?
I'm feeling fucking great about this topic, I'm not gonna lie. This one is near and dear to my heart. And I feel like
That's
it's such a good topic for us to be, you know, officially fucking. I think it's fair to say officially kicking it off. Like, you know, we're done with the rebranding. We're done with all the technical errors. Like, it's all out of the way. We're officially there.
absolutely.
I know for a fact nobody has this name for a podcast, and if they do, I might just go fucking eat lizard shit. Like, like, you know, it's hard out here for a man trying to start a podcast, apparently. You can't even bash your own words together anymore.
Oh my god. Didn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
all
hard out
right.
here. Fucking retarded. I want to try and make sure my ad on YouTube goes straight to the video. Because I would be down to just give them the link to the channel, but, like, This will just streamline it so much more. If you feel me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely, just take your time, brother.
Maybe at one point I'll actually like make a script for there we go, we're good. I'll make a script for like the intro too, because every time we do the intro, dude, I always just fucking wing it, and I'm like, all right. So I'll give it like 5 more minutes. Get some people time to join.
All right.
3 concurrent viewers. All right. Anyone in the chat want to say hello? Good talk. However, before we, officially start this stream, I want to make sure I go on record.
Yep.
And I speak the wonderful fucking words of wisdom that my boy TJ told me earlier today.
Uh-huh.
It's time to shit on the porch. Go inside. Act like I didn't just shit on the porch. Go, oh, someone shit on the porch. And then clean it up.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you deserve a round of applause for that. For real.
Yeah, dude. He said it like off bat too. It just dropped him off. We went up, got some food, dropped him off. He's like, all right. And then just went. And I was like, all right. You do that, buddy.
Hell nah. Oh yeah, before we get started too, because you said we got like 4 more minutes. I'm not sure if you ever heard that. It's like you probably already heard that one singer. His name was Aloe Black, and he was like, oh okay, because it was actually like he actually made some real good music, and he actually made a song like a long time ago, back when we were like in our teens, and the song was called like "Wake Me Up," and he pretty much makes a lot of feel good music. I think he would rock with it. So I'm gonna definitely send
before you go guy. That's what we're talking about.
Nah, that's not him. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you, cause this guy is a man. And what's funny about that too is I actually I saw like this music playlist on YouTube, and it literally said songs to put you in a good mood. And why was that song literally at the top of the list? That "Wake Me Up Before You Go."
Dude, some people they want good vibes. They wake up to wake me up before you go. We got 2 types of people in this world: the wake me up before you go goes, and the wake me up inside.
Bro, hell nah, bro. But I've been trying. But I swear I've been trying. It's funny because I tried to listen to that joke like early in the morning, and I was flying high ever since.
Dude, sometimes you just gotta start it off right, dude. It's like you gotta wake up, play yourself some good music, cause it's like your theme song, dude. You gotta go out there, get to kick some ass.
Yes, sir. It's better than just like honestly, in certain songs, even certain rock songs, certain songs like I told you about Aloe Black, literally, it's better to wake up to than like a lot of hardcore rap music or some like darker metal. Like, I don't want to wake up to a song talking about crushing skulls. Like, bro.
Like, hey, that's some hype music right there. Let's fucking do it. Start your day off right.
Right, like if I'm gonna listen to that, I'm gonna listen to that. Like if I'm trying to go to war or something.
Fresh 9 a.m. ready for my skull fucking.
Oh my god. Songs screaming Mayday.
Alrighty, well, let's officially kick this off.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Welcome, everyone, to the first official episode of the podcast. After all the rebranding, all the trial and error, we're finally here and actually fucking doing something. We're kind of, not stupid. Maybe. Oh, my things. Sorry, I looked at my video on the thing, and it said it wasn't live. I'm like, alright, cool, just said there's no technical issues, and we start out right off the bat with a technical issue. No, we're good. We're good. It's just the video.
Good.
But first episode, taking the leap. So in the sense that, bro, there's an elephant outside.
What the heck?
I don't know if you just heard that. That shit was loud.
Bruh.
But in the sense of, there's something like you're presented with an opportunity, a choice, I don't think there's any other word I can put there. You get the meaning. But it comes with like certain drawbacks, certain caveats. And you don't know how you feel about it. And you're sitting there, you're not sure if you want to go, you're not sure if you're ready to jump into it, you're not sure how it's going to work out. So that's kind of what we're talking about, taking the leap in life, seeing where it takes you. What is your stance on it, Quan?
Honestly, Rob, you have to actually do that in order to get anywhere, because one thing I've learned is when people typically tell you, oh, you shouldn't do that, play it safe, those people don't typically get anywhere, because everything that we've had in this world has literally came from taking the leap, whether it's these fancy cars or the smartphones we use, or even the apps that we're using to record on this podcast right now. All that has came from taking a leap and trying something.
Yeah, it's the age-old saying, fortune favors the bold, is very much something we can quote here, is is my mic picking that up, dude? There's someone fucking just going ham outside. What the fuck?
Wait, is it from yours or?
It's from mine. That's definitely from mine. I hear it out my window.
I could have sworn I heard a trunk or something.
Bro, there's someone going down the fucking street at a crotch rocket or something.
Hell no.
Bitch, pick a different time.
Right. We ain't no business here.
Yeah. But sometimes you gotta be able to take the leap, It's, realize that there are people out there who, if you take the leap, it's a permanent decision, But a lot of times you look at that taking the leap, people are so afraid of failure, but the thing is sometimes you gotta fail, because that leap, you can just go back if you fall flat on your face. You can just get back up. You're not jumping into the deep end of the water and being like, okay, I'm staying in the deep end. The deep end is where I am a fish now.
Right.
So you got to be able to push yourself to make those decisions, Otherwise, you're gonna end up in the same place for the rest of your life, in fucking mom and dad's basement, sitting there. Yeah, maybe you don't want to pay rent, but you get a lot of freedom if you move out. Just pay a little bit, move somewhere you want to go, somewhere new. It does a lot for your mental health.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And not even to get off on a joking tangent, because I don't want people to get confused about what we mean by taking a leap. And by taking a leap, we're not saying take a picture of yourself naked and send it to the person you like. Don't do that. You will probably end up in jail.
Yeah, don't do
that. That is a bad idea. Mission abort. Delete that photo right now.
Oh, fuck it. I'm playing fucking devil's advocate. Fuck it, dude. Send the dick pic. Whatever. Just fucking send it. Maybe it's what she's been. Yeah, dude. I got you. That is the play, dude. She's been waiting for it the whole time. Do it. She is sitting there right now waiting for it. Just do it.
Hell no, man.
I promise. It only takes you good places.
Dude, that's
Uh,
teach those. Just don't get caught. Just make sure you know. But on a serious note, though, one thing I've noticed is a lot of people who will try to discourage you from trying to take a leap are people who haven't taken a leap.
People who are
So
afraid to do it themselves, you know?
yeah,
They're
people
like,
who are just
it's
too scared. Yep.
actually, there's a song that I like. It's from an Australian rapper that actually best suits this entirely. It's called Play It Safe. And it's literally what it sounds like. It's him making fun of this notion that you kind of just have to sit there, play it safe, calculate everything you do, only move forward when things are guaranteed, you know? And at the end of the song, he's like, here's a hint, do the opposite of everything I just said. And I feel like it just, shows it. As we actually got in chat, Seth here took the leap, and it's been pretty epic. This man's living fucking kosher over in California now. Like, sometimes taking that leap is it's just what you got to do to level up, to get to a, as my friend Quan here would say, high level.
Absolutely, and good job, Seth. And also too, even in terms of like taking the leap, we see a lot of people. Honestly, you're just afraid of that in relationships now because I hear people say all the time, like, "Oh, I want to talk to this person, but I don't have enough money or I don't have a job to where they will even give me any attention, or they don't seem like the kind of person who'll be interested in me." However, you actually what you have to do is and realize is people are just people at the end of the day. Like you said, there is no guarantee to anything in life. Everything is 50-50. So if you're so unless you just get out there and just do it, you're never gonna know.
And you're going to end up regretting a lot. Like, I promise you, the rejection is so much better than the regret. Or even the constant thought about it. Don't sit there and, like, put yourself like, oh, man, I really want to talk to this person. You're going to sit there. If you don't just fucking do it, you're going to drive yourself fucking up the wall. Those stupid little cartoons about the people obsessing over people and fucking not actually doing anything about it, that shit can be very true, man. Don't let yourself be that. Don't live life like a cartoon, man.
Absolutely. Don't be man dark about every damn thing, because you will lose. Because as oxymoronic or has it sound, you will lose yourself in your own head.
Oh, that's like the worst place to lose yourself too, because you have no harsher critic than yourself. You will tear yourself apart. Just like you were saying, if you sit there and be like, oh, I can't talk to that chick, or that guy, I ain't got a job, I'm a fucking bum, this shit. Maybe in that sense, being a little bit more critical on yourself might be better. But, you will kind of beat yourself down, you know? You'll sit there and you'll just make yourself feel awful. Like I said, in that sense, that taking the leap and, getting the aforementioned job might do something good for you too. But there are other situations that aren't necessarily like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because even I actually had a homie who actually was from North Carolina, and he ended up moving down to like Atlanta because he wanted to pursue his music career, but his parents was telling him, "Oh, you could have a scholarship, and you could do this, this, and that, and it's not smart, and it's quote unquote unrealistic," which what a lot of people love to say when you're
Oh,
chasing a dream that is
especially in
unrealistic.
this day and age.
For real, and it's a shame. But one thing I like about him though is he didn't listen to them, and he actually took the leap. He got a friend who actually could. He flew him out there to Atlanta. He's living good now. He's actually getting paid to do what he loves, and that's another thing too. That whole mentality of people trying to say, "Oh, we know what's best for you," to be blunt, is bullshit. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows you better than you, and if you keep listening to that mentality, then and just do what other people want you to do, you're gonna end up with a lot of bitterness and resentment because you're living out someone else's life instead of your own.
Yeah. And also in that situation, I'd like to say they try to say what's best for you. In that specific situation, I'd argue that it isn't best. That's what's safe, you know? what's best is you taking that leap and getting the best possible outcome. Like you said, he's out in Atlanta. He's making money, that sort of stuff. He took off. Worst case scenario, what was going to happen realistically? He went out to Atlanta. Yeah, obviously he has family. Who cares? If he didn't, no one would be there to tell him to fucking not do it, So,
Right.
if we really stop analyze it, he goes out to Atlanta and he fucks up, finds someone to get him home, his parents or family, whatever, helps him get home. He stays with them, takes a little bit to get back on his feet. Compared to where he was before the leap and after the leap, realistically what happened? Not that much. And all you're doing by not taking the leap is completely missing the chance for it to go right,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I definitely agree with that, man, because even, like, if I can speak about myself for a minute, there was so many doubts before we actually started, like, my actual channel back in 2017, because at this point, bro, just, like, if I'm gonna be dead serious with you, I literally, before I did this, I literally felt like I had no direction and that my life was just gonna be basic. But then once my boy Keem had called me, and we would have these, like, deep conversations, and we decided, like, why don't we actually share this stuff with the world? Like, not thinking about, oh, these people may not like it, not thinking about someone might try to tell us to change. We took that chance, and 4 years later we're still growing, but we decided to say screw what everyone else was talking about, and that we're actually gonna do what we want. So it's because it actually changed my life. It opened my mind a lot more, and I don't regret making the decision. I would do it all over again if I could.
And I feel like, especially in terms of your situation, we see situations like that so much more common these days. Because the rise of the internet and technology and stuff has, if you look, created an environment that a lot of people are very, very unfamiliar with. It's very much uncharted ground for them. We're gone are the days that you could pull up to, a steel plant, put in an application, and be in the, like, higher tax brackets, Anyone could pull up to a steel plant these days, and I find it so interesting, because if you really stop and think about what's going on now, the world's moving more towards an entertainment front, a creative front. It's more about what you personally can do. Can you do something on the internet, like, cybersecurity? Can you make websites? Can you do something a bit more tailored to a function, It's not so much the, hey, can you just lift up that fucking giant steel pole, So if you actually look at it, it's kind of crazy if you really stop and think about it. We are, like, on the cusp of a modern day, like, renaissance thanks to the internet. You can take YouTube, you can take literally any hobby and make it a fucking, career. There's an 11-year-old who's fucking richer than me, and you can conceive right now, because this bitch turned on a mic and with a high-pitched, off-tune voice said he likes playing Pokemon Go every day. Like, that actually happened. This isn't, like, we're not in, like, fucking the Twilight Zone here. Like, that actually happened.
Right. Like, hey, damn you, kid. Now I'm just playing. Do your thing. But you right though. And the crazy part about it is, especially when you ask the people who actually started from, like, a jump when back before you could even make money off this stuff, and then when it actually started to become big, then that's when you actually seen that growth. I'm gonna be honest. Back then, I used to knock YouTubers and content creators, but nowadays, I have all the respect in the world for them, because people literally demean content creators and any other forms of entertainment because they think, oh, this is the easiest stuff in the world. Anybody can do that. Well, if anybody could just do it, then everybody will be successful. But the fact of the matter is, this stuff is actually time consuming. It takes a lot of preparation and mental freedom to actually get done. And then that's just for the good days. No one ever talks about the off days.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's definitely, it falls back in line with what I'm talking about. It's also a skill you got to learn. You know, you either have the money to pay for someone to edit, or you learn how to edit. You know, you learn that skill, which editing is a rough skill to learn. Like the basics are
Yep.
pretty fucking easy to slap a few clips together, but genuine good editing and what makes a good gripping video is so like it's so much harder to learn. I can't remember his name, but the Logan Paul's editor has his own channel where he talks about different editing tricks and stuff, and he'll like go over people's edited videos and stuff and shit. And the amount of like insight into like the most basic stuff that he puts into everything is kind of crazy, realistically, you know. And if you just look at it, the things that you think like is so easy and stuff, it just because it ain't breaking your back picking up, you know, fucking buckets of steel and fucking moving them and shit. It don't mean that it ain't hard. It's just a different type of hard. You have to be able to create it. You have to be able to forge what you've got in front of you, and you have to be able to create not just something you're proud of, but something everyone else is proud of in order to do something with it. But it is entirely possible in this day and age, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was beautiful. And to even add to what you were saying, even the aspect of a lot of the people who may not even have the money to even get certain things, like it's literally people, like even certain athletes, they wouldn't even have money for a basketball. They will literally back and take like a milk crate and put it on like a telephone pole and just shoot from that just so they can get practice because they made every way possible out of what they wanted to do. So as much as people talk about, oh, this ain't that hard and X, Y, and Z, the main people who try to talk about, who try to judge, literally have no idea what it takes. And if you actually threw them into the world that you were in, they will be completely lost because as much as people run their mouth about all the stuff that they know, they're literally in the same position or in a worse position than the people striving for their dreams. So how can you even take them seriously?
Yeah, and there's also a lot of people out there who, yeah, maybe you can learn all of the things, and maybe you think it's easy enough to do, but there's a lot of people out there where it's just time consuming enough to where they can't. There's so many people, because on top of the fact that I spoke that we're on the cusp of like a fucking technological renaissance, that also came at a price. As you said, content creators are out there. There's millions of content creators. There's millions of TV channels. There's millions of video game companies and stuff out there creating entertainment that you can sink days of your life away, effectively not progressing yourself. Like, a phrase that I remember that always stuck with me is time well wasted. Is you can very much enjoy it. Sometimes you need that R&R, you know, sometimes you gotta take back. And you can enjoy the time you wasted. And there's so many different ways to waste time these days. Is, you know, back in the day, there wasn't, you could go like out with your friends and stuff, but after a certain point, it stopped. You know, it stopped. Like what you physically could do stopped. Like that's why nightlife wasn't such a thing. Is there was nothing to do at night. What were you gonna do? There's no TV. There's no nothing. Like you're not playing games. You're not, you know, getting sick dubs on Fortnite at 4 in the morning. It just
Right.
wasn't happening.
I actually I actually really like that quote that you said, time well wasted, because if you honestly look at everything that we got going on, especially during the pandemic, that's literally all it's been because you literally could choose to put your time into, like you could watch a Netflix series, you could write a book, read a book, do whatever, but ultimately what you do kind of definitely decides what direction you want to go into. But it's been so easy nowadays to even do something that most people would consider a waste of time. Like back then, I remember people literally thought doing skits and making videos was a waste of time. But the fact that someone can literally get rich and get all this fame off of a 10-second video nowadays, just showing how well the world is went. Because I've seen people try to complain saying, "Oh, kids want to be TikTokers and Instagram famous. We need more. Why don't they try to be more like doctors or engineers?" And this person said, maybe you should just encourage them to be what they want to be instead of what you want them to. So ultimately, it's just about what you do, and ultimately, it's gonna make you happy in life.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's always important to keep in mind that it is impossible to turn literally anything into a career path that you can take. Like, boy, if you want to get fucking good at fucking tech decks, fucking pick up a few skills on the side, pick up some editing, pick up, so how to, do some minor camera shoots. Boom, you're there. And I don't know if we'll see it if depending on like what takes over, people being, kind of lazy giving into the entertainment, or slowly but surely hopefully we start to see more creative souls embrace the fact that literally anything can be a job, and we can start to see, like I said, that modern day renaissance. I want to see where it goes. I want to see what people can create, what people can actually do. And it all starts with them taking the leap and just saying fuck it and being like, I'm gonna do this. There was a channel that I watched back when I was getting ready to start my channel, and the video specifically that stood out was make 100 crappy videos. And it talked about basically how many of the content creators that you go out there and you enjoy made at least 100 shitty videos you never heard of before they even caught fucking wind. You know? And if they didn't, take the leap, say fuck it, they were gonna do this no matter how poorly those 100 videos were received, you'd never be there. You wouldn't have Mr. Beast, you wouldn't have PewDiePie, you wouldn't have all these people,
Oh yeah, and even to add to that, like one of my favorite YouTube groups, RDC, they literally told a story about how the first three or 4 years when they were on YouTube that they were dead broke. They talked about how they literally moved into a house and they didn't even make the ends meet rent until the end of the month, but they always found a way. Like their videos would get demonetized every time, but they never complained. They just stuck with it because they did what they love. Now, of course, they still have families and whatnot to support them, but they decided like if we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do this our way, which is another thing that I encourage people to do. Like, of course, you're gonna have people that care about you, but if you keep trying to, if you keep trying to do things someone else's way, you're not gonna be happy. Like, if it's your platform, speak your mind however you want and handle things however you want, because ultimately, it's you have to be pleased with your work first before anybody else does.
Yeah, definitely. And hell, even if you're not pleased, just be a little bit critical. Don't sit there and look at your video and be like, oh, that's god awful, I'm gonna stop now. You can sit there and stop and be like, yo, that was kind of shit. And then being like, well, what made it shit? Let's see where we can go with this, what we can do,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because even like a little funny thing about myself is for some reason, like the first year or even first few months I actually got into YouTube, I will literally drop a video and be like, all right, this is gonna be the one, and I'm not gonna post for a week. And then I'll act fucking shocked when it didn't. And I'm like, and then I realized that's not how this works at all. And that I need to actually be consistent because no one is gonna scroll down, depending on who you are, 3 damn years of all the videos you have. People want to see something that's current.
Yeah. Especially because if you take too long to upload, you may get people who subscribe just for the chance of catching your next video and stuff. But a lot of times, especially in this day and age, if you're not actively doing something, it's a good sign that it's not happening. It's a dead channel, And if you're not actively creating new things, like let's say the leap you decide to take is you started your own like little online store, whether it be going through something like Etsy or something, and you're like sharing actual like creative things that you made. Mm-hmm. If you just stop for like a month, yeah, people are still gonna like the stuff that you have posted and stuff, but one, The people who liked it don't have a reason to come back. They already bought your thing. They got what they needed. You got someone who likes your stuff, make use of the fact that they're a fan, you know? There's still things you could do. You may have to take time, like, granted, content creating an actual creation is a little bit of a different process. I'm sure there's a different time window there that we're looking at, but the consistency, the dedication, and the unwavering thought that you're not letting it stop you. You are going to jump in no matter what it takes is what you need in this reality, realistically. Anything at all can be monetized. Even if you're not living like a fucking millionaire, you could still be sitting pretty in the middle class, fucking just making videos about digging holes if you're creative enough. Like, you could literally just go in your backyard and be like, yo, we're gonna dig a 6-foot hole, and if you're entertaining enough to, like, make that 6-foot hole fucking just entertaining enough to watch, bada bing, bada boom, you just got paid for digging your fucking backyard up.
Yeah. And hell, even, I've actually seen some people, they literally got, like, a lot of views off of unboxing, literally just opening up a box of a console, or hell, even some people who are quote unquote foodies, they literally will watch a video of you eating wings, and we already know who gonna watch them videos. Like,
he goes again. You gotta get that shit. Every video, I swear, you put some thought into that one. Damn, I gotta give you that.
I got to, man, because hell, like, even though like they appreciate them.
Fucking nobody, absolutely nobody at all. Quan, fat fuck.
But ultimately, even to the people who got the food channel, we appreciate, like, they appreciate you. Keep watching their videos because you put money in their pocket. Like,
dude, yeah, you know, it's crazy to think about, like, how the actual government market plays into that. A lot of people don't understand because they were never taught these things. But you turn your channel into a career. Your channel is now considered a business, and anything that goes into it, a business expenditure, and you can write it off in your taxes, which almost completely takes that off your taxes. Like, almost completely in its entirety. So that person, that fucking 600-pound fat fuck that Quan really doesn't like, that's sitting there mowing down the 20-piece fucking boneless fucking spicy barbecue wing. They're writing off the wings, and they're making the money you're giving them. These motherfuckers are just cascading in more and more money. Like, thinking about, you look at Mr. Beast, right? The shit that he does, if you realistically think about it, all of it's a tax cut or tax write-off. All of it. Just because he turned it into some form of entertainment like a television show. This man will go out, buy a $3 mil Lambo, make $6 mil, get taxed for 50%, $3 mil, write the Lambo off, boom, he's just got $6 mil. Like,
yeah. That is brilliant. That's the life. Like, that's the life that I'm trying to live, high key, because the fact that you literally can just take that's just the beauty of it, man. Like, to be able to take what you love and be able to settle everything aspect of your life like that is the dream. And for the people who may be trying to say that it's unrealistic and whatnot, reality is what you make it, for real. So if you tell yourself that this will never happen and you just sulk back into whatever average joint that you living in, then it won't happen because you ain't putting the effort into it. Stop trying to convince yourself of what can't happen and actually move forward and try to make it happen.
I know one mentality that I picked up that really helps me in situations like this is I was a big avid gamer, right? You know, we played games back in the day. The mentality that really took off for me is I was a big RPG guy. I really liked RPGs. I liked going on quests, doing the side quests, all that stuff, the grinding for the money and stuff like that. And that right there, I stopped at that point, and I realized, I was like, you can literally look at life like it's a big game. That leap that we're talking about taking, that could just be your next side objective. That could be your side quest. That could be your you know, extra activity in the game. You know, a lot of RPGs and bigger games, open world games, you see something like Destiny, that sort of stuff. It has multiple avenues of things for you to do, multiple content paths you can pursue. If you look at it, life really is just like that too. And there's going to be points that you don't want to do. There's going to be points where you got to really grind it out. But even you do that in the game too. Just because you're not kicked back with a controller in your hand doesn't mean that you're not doing it. When you're sitting there on Destiny fucking shooting at a fucking hole because Bungie forgot to change the fact that that hole spawns enemies literally every 30 seconds, you're still just literally sitting there shooting at a fucking wall. It doesn't take away the fact you're spending hours shooting at a fucking wall. You may be getting something out of it, but it's what you're doing. And that's how you gotta look at life. You know, you can spend so much time working and working and working, making money to just pay your bills, right? But if you don't sit there and put that extra effort to go a little bit further beyond, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stagnant. You have yourself a side quest in your quest log, and you're choosing to ignore it. Which is entirely fair, you know? But you can't get mad when someone else is like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna take my young energy and I'm gonna fucking hit it all, you know?
Absolutely. Like, that's beautiful again, man. And I swear, because even when people always try to deter you and do anything, it's like you said, you made the choice. I've heard this quote say, I have the same 24 hours as anybody else. And the fact that some people will literally just decide to be like, all right, screw it. I only want to have this kind of life. I only want to be able to go to work, like pay bills, do something I like every here and there. Like, that's not my problem. If a person sees a different life and they want to pursue that, who are you to stop them from taking that path?
Yeah. And especially if you look at realistically, dude, there's so many people out there who all they gotta do is put some thought into like entertainment stuff. Live streamers, dude. They literally are living the same lives they did before, except for now they're broadcasting to people, interacting with people, and they have a set schedule to when they're playing like certain games and stuff. You know, live streaming, with the popularity of it, if you really look at it, live streaming is one of the easiest avenues of being a content creator. Now, when I say easiest, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean it's a fucking cakewalk. It's easier than others and shit. But it's a lot harder to take off, one. It's a lot harder to maintain consistency because you're live now. Like, if you do, like, YouTube or something, you got time to think. You got time to script and stuff. Live streaming, it's entirely on if you can do it. Like, there's plenty of people out in the world who simply cannot be live streamers because they don't have what it takes to, you know, sit in front of a camera and actually make people entertained, you know? But those who can, it's so easy to sit there and just be like, yo, I'm going to play some games. We're just going to fucking play some Warzone, right? And all they got to do is sit there, be funny, play with the boys and stuff, and you just hit a button. You're live. Boom. You're working towards something. Even if it's the slowest crawl of a pace, even if you're not, like, doing all the extra things that could help you grow, you are putting some form of effort towards that, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's so disappointing too, because I've met so many people with so much live personalities, and they could actually entertain people, and they could be live at a party, and they could do so much other stuff, but they choose not to. They just say screw it because they don't have the mental fortitude enough to actually withstand that. Because we can see people who are quote unquote who have less talent or less natural, quote unquote, less natural gifts than others, but they put in so much work that people love them.
Bro, the bitch from fucking Dr. Phil just made a couple mil off of OnlyFans. I promise that chick she ain't got it. Y'all's just fucking tripping. You can fucking, if she can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely. And one final thought I actually wanted to share is, like, even when it comes to taking the leap, ultimately it's all about your mental fortitude and your persistence to never give up, as cliche as that sounds. You have to look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, I want better. I will not stop until I achieve my goals, and then just keep pushing. And if you don't do that, you'll never know how good of a life you could have had. And trust me, you don't want to be the person sitting on the couch 20 years from now regretting that they didn't do what they dreamed to do.
Yeah. As kids, we're told that we can be anything. You know, as kids, our minds run a little more out there. You know, we're thinking like astronaut, that sort of stuff. That stuff is a little harder to get to, but you can be that. But what I'd like to actually take into account is how much those teachers that said that, the parents and stuff said that, didn't actually understand that we were moving into a society where the idea that we just tell kids they can be anything they want just to tell them that is wrong, is a lie. We live in an age where you can be anything you want. You just have to put in the effort. You have to be willing to grind it out. Literally anything. The sky is the limit. We live on the cusp of a technical fucking renaissance. And I know I've said it a lot, but I'm going to keep repeating it because the idea just intrigues me so much. There are people out there, there's so many content creators, so many well-known content creators that have millions of subscribers that, like, hell, maybe even me and Quan sitting here don't know about, but other people do, you know?
Yep.
There's so many different forms of entertainment. There's television to get into and stuff. That's a little bit harder to get into. There's, you know, arts and crafts, fucking that sort of stuff. And with something like YouTube, Etsy, fucking hell, even Facebook Marketplace, it gives you a platform to put what you have out there. And that's all it takes, is to be able to put it out there, the courage to put it out there. And as I've stated all throughout this podcast, you literally can be, you literally can do, and your life can be anything. You just have to be willing to take the leap and put in the work that goes with it.
Damn right.
But we are getting close to, probably been like almost 40 minutes, I'd say. We had a pretty good chat. Think we're getting good to wrap it up here. Keep it a kind of a shorter stream tonight. How you feel, Quanto?
I feel great, man. This was always an amazing talk, funny, like very witty, and it leaves everybody with an overall message. So I'm pretty satisfied, and I want to thank everybody who actually tuned in to the stream, and definitely check this out on a replay, because don't miss all the gems and jokes that we got for all y'all.
Share us with your friends if you think what we said had some, you know, truth. Hell, even if you like the jokes, hell, if you really don't like fat people, Quan would absolutely love for you to get his message out there.
Yes,
it's
sir.
2021. We gotta take down the fat people.
And don't forget to catch us next weekend, Wednesday, 9 p.m. With our next topic, establishing yourself.
Don't miss it. This should be a fucking great one.
Absolutely. Peace.
Catch you later, guys.